Head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, surprise, surprise, at least to some, or maybe most. They roughed up Alabama last night. Coach joins us now. What were your expectations going into the game, Coach?
Really about what happened, Dan. I mean, we're a team that's played that way all year. Really, the second half of the year, we've been up against the wall, and our guys have responded that way, and I didn't expect really much different than how we played.
Did the kids play sort of the nobody's giving us a chance? Did you play up that at all, or did you tell them you're better than them?
Not really. That's not a card we play. I never brought it up once, to be quite perfectly honest. We've won a lot of games around here, so that's not a card we're used to playing. We just talked more about how we needed to play and what we needed to do to win, and that's what the guys focused on.
You got something special in Trevor Knight. When did you know you had that in him?
We knew that coming into the year. Everyone, I think, his early games, maybe he didn't play as well, being a young guy, a redshirt freshman, and didn't respond in the early games as well as we thought he would. But we've seen it in scrimmages and in practices over and over what he's capable of, and it finally came to fruition last night.
How would you describe your relationship with Nick Saban?
It's been a long relationship as my father and my uncles and family friends to a degree, and then so it goes back quite a while. So it's a very good one. And then as coaching staffs and really mostly defensive staffs, we've shared ideas over the last several years and on different occasions. So it's a very good one.
But trying to understand what was going on back and forth where you were talking about the SEC, and I know these are comments that, months old, a year old, but it seemed like you were tugging on Alabama, the SEC a little bit. What was...
No.
No?
I was with a small group of reporters in a very brief, informal talks, and talked about when there's quarterbacks and with a lot of imagination. When you have good quarterbacks and some imagination on offense, the defenses in the SEC aren't what everyone wants to talk about, and that's the truth. You watched it this year when they had a lot of good quarterbacks in the SEC, and they put up a ton of points. And we've had a lot of good quarterbacks in our league for a lot of years, and everyone said we couldn't play defense. Well, sometimes it's because of the quarterbacks and the imagination of offenses. And so in the end, there was too much made of that. I never intended for that to be a story. I don't want it to be one now. I would say, though, after, what we did last night, it's pretty obvious we can play with anybody. And we're without a bunch of starters last night as well. So in the end, people can make of it what they want, but it doesn't mean it's true just because everybody's talking about it. And I don't know how you deny what we did last night.
Did you have a good night last night?
As far as...
Well, a lot of times we'll look as, a defense, how they perform, or running back or quarterback. But as a coach, did you have a great night last night in what you did?
Oh, I don't regret any of my decisions, I'll say that. But I didn't feel we tackled as well as we were capable of. So we had a few breakdowns that I thought we could have been a little better at. But overall, it was a good, overall it was a pretty decent night.
How do you respond to the rumor report that the Browns and you, maybe there's interest there for you to be the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns?
I never acknowledge or deny whether anybody's contacted me or not. That isn't something publicly I do one way or the other. That's something that's always personal and no one ever knows.
Are you going to be interested in coaching the NFL one day?
That's something you never know what'll come your way. In life, things change from year to year and from time to time. And right now, I love what I'm doing, the people I work with at Oklahoma. So right now, it isn't something that I'm looking to pursue, but you never know down the road.
Well, congrats on the win, Coach. Enjoy the offseason. Thanks for joining us.
All right, Dan. Good to talk with you.
All right, that's Bob Stoops.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.